Righty guys, welcome back to another video on this channel, and today we are covering the 9th round of the 1993 STSR BTCC Championship. And today we're here at Thruxton, as I said, for the 9th round on the championship. Here you have a look into the circuit. It's 3.793 kilometers long, with a fastest lap of a 1:15.375 set by Lorenzo Turri in the last season in 1992, and it was also the host of the first ever STSR race. So in 1991 we had 3 different winners. Mike Bell and Vic Roon were the first ones, with Roy Cobb joining them as well in 1991, and Lorenzo Turri winning both races in 1992 in a very dominant fashion in his Vauxhall Cavalier. Yeah, those were the days where Vauxhall was dominant in this championship. But this year they are definitely out of pace, and yeah, they need to regain their form to maybe come back in 1994. And here we see the starting grid of the race, and we see a surprising pole position from David Osborne, who seemed to found a huge amount of pace ahead of the rookie Tom Chinchi, who is ahead of Lorenzo Turri and Johannes Meles in the second row of the grid. Both of them are ahead of Mike Bell, who needs a lot of points to at least keep the championship alive. Simpton is behind him, ahead of Michael Sneath, and he's ahead of another rookie, Halil Şahin, the Turkish driver in his Ford Mondeo. He might help in the Manufacturers Championship, and there we see Jazz Everett in last. The graphics showed a bug in here, but I think you could clearly see that this was Jazz. The lights went out, and away we go, and it looks like David had a fantastic start from the pole. And look at Johannes, he has a good start as well. I think he's alongside Tom. Oh yes he is, but Lorenzo had a fantastic start as well. He's now looking for the lead, going into the first braking corner. And who's taking P1? It looks like Lorenzo's taking the place. Or does he? Yes he does. Lorenzo's leading. Look at Mike Bell. He's coming out of nowhere. And now it's 3 wide. Or is it? No, Johannes seems to be ahead of the 2. And what a start here. Already so much chaos here in the first corners. But now we come to the high speed part of the circuit. And I should say the Peugeots are actually quite quick on the straights. We see it here. Does Tom get the chance to go by? He's on the inside line into Church, and I think Thomas passed. Yes he is. And Mike Bell's also passed Meles. What about Simpton? Does he find an opportunity there to go by? Or does it? He's alongside. He has to brake earlier, so it might be critical. No, he doesn't. Simpton has to back off from this one. Sneath has passed Sneath has passed no one, but Jazz has passed Halil. But now we look into Mike Bell's view again from the start. At first it didn't really look like the best of all starts. Michael had a fantastic getaway. Also Simpson with a good start. These two had a little tangle with each other. And now we go into the first braking zone. And we see Mike braking a bit later. He is past Michael, he's past Chris. There's the chaos ahead. And then we see Johannes having a little slide there. And we see Mike taking a huge advantage out of this. And he's by Tom for the moment. But there he comes back. And his former car has passed him. For a little reminder, he drove the Peugeot in 1991. And he won the first ever STSR race with this Peugeot as an independent entry back then, with AC Motorsport. Yeah, those were the days with the brick in front. There we see Johannes making a mistake and Mike going by. So, good first lap for him. Now we see Jazz once again being affected by the Sneevy lag. That's a common thread of Michael. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's a fix for it, so the drivers need to be careful. And there we see a Nissan making a mistake. Ooh, a bit of aggressive riding here. Ooh. He's taking a rear line. Is this David? Yes, it was David. It was David. He made a very weird line, I should say. And his good starting position now is falling apart. He's now behind Michael. Oh, he's dropped a very huge amount of positions there, I should say. And now look into Mike Bell's view. Oh, he doesn't get the chicane right. Ooh, he's got the chicken. But, yeah, no time gained, I should say. And now we see Simpson attacking Meles. I think you've noticed a specific tribute in the back for Zanardi. Cheers to David for including this. And also, this tribute is made into specific languages. So, for example... Oh, wait a minute! There was an accident there, and it looks like Simpson is taking out Johannes Meles. Oh, this will be crucial for P3 in the championship. Because let's remind ourselves, the championship isn't done yet for the third position. There's still some position fights left. But Chris, fair play to him, he lets him by immediately. So good job there by Chris. But of course, this compensated both races there. So, a very weird accident there. Oh, there we see. Is this David again? Oh, there's a spin. And there's a spin. And David seems to have lost the car. Oh, damn it. Yeah, he's losing everything he has. And his race went from bad to worse. But back to the Zanardi tribute. Yeah, it was written in a specific language of the driver. So, for example, Johannes... yeah, tribute says Bete für Zanardi, and yeah, for the rest, the British people, it says pray for Zanardi. So, very nice tribute there. So, kudos to David for making these. There you see Johannes fighting against Jazz Everett in the Nissan Primera. The Nissan team seems to have sealed the Manufacturers' Championship a long time ago, because of the free car entry. But yeah, to be fair, you cannot do anything about it. And this will also be a problem for the next season, I can say. So yeah, there will be many free car teams. And then we see Michael! He's also losing! What is happening today? First David, now Michael! What is happening? So yeah, Thruxton, a dangerous place for losing the car, just went off-road, and Michael at least, yeah, has only lost one position, I think, against his teammate even. So this will be vital for the championship for Johannes Meles here. Then we see Halil Shahin in his first real appearance in the championship. He lets everyone by. Ooh, he lost the car. Okay. So, I think he has a lot to learn here, but I'm fairly convinced that in the future he will be able to at least be somewhat competitive and, of course, be able to control the car. Might not be an easy job. It looks easy, but of course it isn't. Whoa! David here with a nice two-wheel drive here. Fantastic drive here by David. And there we see Tom in his superb debut with the Peugeot team. Let's be honest. Superb debut, but what is wrong? He's slow. He's slowed down. What is happening? Did he run out of fuel or something? What is happening here with Tom? He stopped. He's out of the race. That's unbelievable. The Peugeot driver who had a superb debut is out. And he must be incredibly frustrated there. Oof. Very unfortunate there for Tom. I think he had a superb debut with the brick, and then this happened. So unfortunate. There we see David going off. Oh no. Yeah, his race really is one for the bin. But he needs to keep going, so he may take pole position for the second race. Oh, there we see David without a chance to control the car. I think he has a puncture now even. So his race severely compromised, and yeah, they will be incredibly frustrated here. He had a huge chance for P2 potentially, or maybe for the win, but yeah, that's so unfortunate here and so unlucky. There's Lorenzo Turri, as always, taking the checker flag, and he wins the first race of the weekend again. Really on his own here. Fantastic race there by the Ford driver. You can say nothing against him because he did a superb job. Mike Bell finishes in second. There's the run of Johannes Meles, recovering from his spin early on to finish in a solid third position, I would sure say. Here's the race results. You can see Lorenzo winning the race ahead of Mike Bell. Johannes Meles finishing third. Then we have Michael Sneath in fourth. So after his spin, he has recovered well. Jazz Everett, the only rookie in the top 6 on P5. And then we see Chris Simpson finishing in 6th. Then we see the second half of the table. Then we see the second rookie, Halil Shaheen, taking 7th place. Ahead of David Osborne, we had several pit stops at the end to at least have a decent car at the end. Whilst Tom Kinchy is the only rookie, or it's the only driver, I should say, to retire. Maybe because I feel no one knows. So it's time for the second race of the weekend, and it's a solid start here from Halil. So it looks like David has set himself to the back. Michael has a fantastic getaway. He takes the lead. Even before the first braking zone, there's some bumping going on in the back. Fantastic start by the Renault driver. Now we go into the first corner, and it looks like Michael is ahead of Halil. Then we see Johannes and Mike fighting. Tom is also somewhere involved. Johannes takes second. Renault 1-2 after some corners. Fantastic start for the Renault crew. Unbelievable here. Really good job there by the Renault drivers. And now we look into the midfield pack. There we see Chris going for a risky move alongside Halil now. And I think he's passed now. So does Jazz and Lorenzo potentially, yeah. And maybe David as well. Incredible start here. Incredible first lap. There we see Tom pushing Johannes now to the absolute limits of his car. And we go now to the most dangerous braking zone of the calendar with the incredible harsh curbs. And do we see some spins here? Doesn't seem like it. Michael takes the lead and he goes into the second lap as the leader ahead of his teammate. Then we see Tom Kinchy in third ahead of Mike Bell in fourth place. This battle will go on here. I think these two really looked like a good battle there. They've seen Michael having a lag again. Nearly caught up his teammate again. Just like in Brands Hatch Indy, I believe. So, yeah, now Johannes needs to be careful for the lag if he wants to take the lead of the race. We see Mike Bell and Tom Kinchy fighting against each other. But now we look into the back. We see Chris Simpson in his Toyota. There are rumors that he will be leaving the team eventually, so we need to be careful with those rumors. We may go into detail for the rumors in the next video. There we see Chris dropping positions, 3 positions in fact, after a mistake. That's very unlucky. And there we see David now attacking his teammate Jazz. And I can also say this race, Lorenzo can take the championship eventually. So there we see David going by Jazz. Good move there by the British driver. And does Jazz come back eventually? It looks like it for, or it looked like it for a bit. And I think now David is completely ahead. Yes, he is. Now we look back into the leader. Into the leaders here, I should say. And yeah, looks like Johannes and Michael have a little fight. This is Johannes going for the lead. For the lead, and he takes P1. Fantastic stuff here. And yeah, he's ahead of Michael now. Look at Mike. He's tried against Tom, I believe. And yeah, So this will be an incredible race here with all the pit stops as well. Yes, there are pit stops because this is a long race. And so be excited for the strategies drivers have. And now it looks like Chris is going for the attack against Jazz. Jazz went wide. This gives Chris the opportunity. Now he has a better line, I think. But I think now he was a bit more careful. But look at Simpson now. Does he go by? Yes, he does. Fantastic move there by Chris. Really good job there by waiting for the opportunity. And he did it. Fantastic. There we see Tom attacking Michael. Oh, this looks close. But now this gives Mike another opportunity. This is fantastic stuff. Michael doing everything he can to hold second. And now we see Mike even battling the Peugeot driver. Oh, this is fantastic here. Look at Mike Bell. Nearly 3 wide into this left-hander. Now we go to this right-hander. And it looks like Tom has now finally passed the Renault. Or does Michael come back? We go 3 wide here. Fantastic. Wow, look at that. Now into church. I think Mike has yielded now. Now Mike and Tom are going side by side. This is incredible stuff. And weird to his stuff. Look at that. I think now Thomas made it. Great job there. Fantastic racing. And I'm fairly sure this will go on into 1994. And now we see Mike in a switchback. Fantastic. He's taking the place. He's up to second. Really good stuff. Really good. And now we see the first pit stop here of this race weekend. This is Khalil Shaheen, the rookie in the Ford Mondeo. Yeah, going for his first ever pit stop in this series. And just a short explanation for the pit stops. We are only forced to switch 2 tires. So you can either change the front tires or the rear tires. It's your turn. So if you're on a rear-wheel drive car, I think you know what tires you need to change. So now Khalil exits the pits. He lets everyone by. So he's lapped as well. So yeah. There are a lot of things to improve, but yeah, I try not to be too harsh. It's his first race. And I think there will be some more action from him. There we see Mike Bell entering the pit lane. So he's the first one of the leaders to enter the pits. Or Mike enters the pits as well. But what happened to Mike? Oh, does the game not recognize him? This is unbelievable. The game does not recognize that Mike is in the pits. Oi. So unfortunate here for Mike. This will cost him dearly. But at least he went out of the same pace. Or not the same pace, on the same time as Michael. But still, this will cost him so much time. And this is so unfortunate here for Mike. And at least he's ahead of Michael, but I think this won't mean anything to him. Then we see Jazz spinning. So he went into the Spinella mode again. And yeah, will he come to the pits? No, he won't. He stays out for another lap. So who will be the next one to enter the pit lane? Ooh, Mike Bell went for, yeah, also some two-wheel driving. There we see Johannes Meles in the Renault coming into the pits. So it's time for the pit stop for the Renault driver. So will he get it, yeah, better? It looks like it. I think there's some action going on for the Renault driver in the Renault box. And they need to do it quickly now. Come on. And off he goes. So Johannes out of the pits. Will he be ahead of Mike? This was Jazz Everett going by. And I think he is ahead, in fact. Fantastic stuff there by Johannes after a huge failure in the pits for Mike Bell. Yeah, this has opened him the door. At least stay ahead of Mike. But now he needs to give it everything he has to at least be ahead of the rest. So Lorenzo, Tom, these guys are still out there on track and haven't done a pit stop. There was Johannes overtaking Jazz there fantastically. And this is Jazz again on the charge. Oh no, he isn't. He's going into the pits. So a charge to the pit lane, in fact. And there we see Jazz now changing his tires. So really solid job there by Jazz, in fact. But I think he also has some things to improve, especially pace-wise. But I think his consistency is definitely alright. So, yeah. He has some potential to be good, but yeah, I think in the pace front, he needs to do something. But I'm fairly sure that these drivers will know what they are doing. And now we see David Osborne in his Nissan Primera. I forgot that he's even the fight as well. And yeah, he also has a good chance now to at least have a good position in the race. Maybe for the win, but we won't know. Great battling there between these guys. We see Lorenzo entering the pit lane now. For his stop, he has a pit lane. He has a pit box way closer to the pit lane entry. So will be a long way out for the Ford. He looks set to take the championship with all the mishaps from Mike. It looks good that he will take the championship now. And there we see Johannes at least being ahead of Lorenzo. There we see Mike Bell. Maybe we will see a battle between these two. Or we will see a move from Mike Bell. He does it. Or does he? He goes to it. Or side by side. Or this was very close. But Lorenzo sticks it behind Mike. He thinks, oh, it's not worth it to attack. So he sticks behind Mike, at least for now. There we see David Osborne going into the pits. We see him changing the tires. Does he change both tires? Looks weird. So I'm not sure about this one. I think might be a replay bug. But anyways, I don't really want to know because it's not really my thing to know this. There's David exiting the pit lane. And he's now on the charge as well. So I think the only frontrunner who hasn't stopped yet is Tom. And there he comes. It's time for his stop. Ooh, needs to search his pit lane. Or his pit box. Man, why do I say pit lane every time? He needs to search his pit box. He's found it. He needs to change its tires. And then he's off. And then this will be an interesting race. I'm fairly sure this will gonna be interesting. There we see a Ford in the pits. This is Halil Shalim in fact. So Lorenzo is still in the race. But Halil has either given up or retired. So yeah, unfortunate here. But yeah, I have nothing to say about this. I don't want to say anything wrong now. There's Johannes being behind Chris, who is, I think, the only one still without a pit stop. Johannes went by, and there we see Chris, and now he heads the pit lane, so Johannes made an unnecessary move, in fact, so this will be interesting. There we see Chris now making his stop in a Toyota. Yeah, but as I said, he isn't really happy with the car. It seems like the brakes are really rubbish of the car. So I think he will be very happy when he leaves the team, maybe. But I think from this point on, it looks very obvious that he will leave the team. But at least, I think Chris is ahead of Michael. There we see Johannes having a little drift there at front. And Mike now has a good chance to come a lot closer now to him, but he's not close enough for an attack. I'm convinced, at least. They've seen different lines from the drivers, with Johannes going into the corners more aggressively than Mike. And I think Mike had a better line there, so this might be a chance to Mike he's been waiting for to take the lead of the race. Does he go for it? Oh, looks like it. No, he doesn't. He sticks back, and he has to wait for another opportunity to go by and take the lead from the Renault driver. There we see David Osborne. Whoa, brakes a bit late, nearly hits Lorenzo, but at least he remains a bit more cautious. But a good race here from David there, to be honest. He does it really well. There we see Lorenzo now on the charge. Does he maybe search for an opportunity here on the inside? We've jumped the time, so we've skipped some corners, and now Lorenzo looks like he's by. So good move there by Lorenzo, and now Mike's trying to come back maybe. Oh, this is fantastic. 3 drivers now, nearly parallel there. Oh, this looks so great when the drivers are following like a train there. This is so great to see. And now we see Lorenzo in second place. It doesn't look like Mike is gonna attack right now, but I might be wrong. There's still some time left. And then we see Mike Bell attacking Lorenzo, and Mike has successfully returned to second place. So his line is fantastic over there. So Lorenzo now once again in the need to overtake him, and he does. He brakes way too late there, and this is the chance of Mike to come back very easy. And now David is even passed. Oh, this was so, yeah, let's say amateurish from Lorenzo, but it happens. It happens to everyone. He's not an amateur. He knows what he's doing, but there he braked way too late. And now we see David making a mistake again. So Lorenzo's up to third again. And there we see Mike Bell in his Nissan. And he looks set to take second. Or does he? No. He has hit the grass. I think now he's lost the positions he needed. Yeah, that's it. He's back to fourth. And I think that's it for his race. There we see Tom in the back. So he's dropped a lot of time doing the pit stops. There we see the Renault of Johannes Meles, and he comes home to take his second win of the season. But Lorenzo Turri takes the prize. He is the 1993 STSR BTCC champion. Well done to the Ford, and also well done to David for another podium, but not at Brands Hatch. It is here at Thruxton. Good job there by David, and it shows that he might be a force to reckon with in the future. At least when we go on from his qualifying pace. There we see Simpson in the Toyota finishing alone in sixth place. There we see race results. So Johannes takes the victory. This will help him a lot in the fight for third. Lorenzo in second, David in third, Mike in fourth, Tom in fifth. At least he scored some points now and he's finished now. And Chris in sixth. But yeah, I'm still not sure why Tom has lost so much time. So, yeah, this will be a question still be raised from time to time. There we see Michael in 7th, so he's lost a lot of points to his teammate in the championship. Jazz finishes in 8th, and Halil sadly retired due to an unknown reason. So, some of the rookies had a tough time here, but as I said, Thruxton had some tough parts of the circuit, especially the final part. It really is a difficult situation there for everyone. There we see the Drivers' Championship, and there we see Mike Bell. He cannot pass Lorenzo, and that means Lorenzo is the champion. Johannes in third has a good chance to take it now, out of Michael Sneath and Chris Simpson, who needs a bit of luck to at least catch up to Michael right now, but if you're realistic, might be the case that this is it, and this is the final championship order. There we see the manufacturers team championship. So Nissan, yeah, they've sealed the championship, to be fair. And there we see Team Mondeo in second, but they still need to be careful with the Renault team. They have one car more, and this will give them a good opportunity to catch up to Ford. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. And yeah, next stop will be Silverstone National for the finale of the 1993 season. So thank you all for watching, and hope we see us soon for the next STSR race. So until then, see you.